Hello everyone, this is Rex. I'm back. Show you what I'm working on today. Got a 98 Ford Ranger, single overhead cam, 4-cylinder motor. And this particular truck had a blown head gasket. And it had water in the oil, but for some reason or another, the bottom end locked up on me. I guess it hydro-locked from sitting. The guy was putting straight water in it and driving it around like that because he was losing the water, so he just kept refilling it. Anyway, it sat for a couple of weeks and the motor ended up locking up. I guess water sitting in the cylinders. The rings probably started pitting and rusting and all that. So anyway, this is the cylinder head I got off, and I'm going to try to salvage the block. I'm going to take you over and I'll show you what I did. Okay, here's the block, and I'll tell you what I did. What I did is I ended up pulling the whole motor out because this particular truck, you can't pull the oil pan with it in the truck. I've heard of people doing it and taking the motor mounts loose and raising the engine like 4 inches or so and wiggling the pan out past the pickup tube. But anyway, I had already had the head off, so in order to get the rest of the motor out, all I really had was a couple motor mounts, and it's a stick shift, so I didn't have torque converter bolts. I just had the bell housing bolts, and I think it was a couple grounds. Actually, it was about 20 minutes to pull the motor out after I already had the head off. So anyway, what I did, I want to show you this, how it's good it's spinning now. I got a ratchet on there. I mean, this motor was seized, and it is spinning nice and freely now. What at first I tried to do was, when I had the head off and the motor was still in the car, I tried to pour brake fluid and transmission fluid and oil down into the cylinders and let it sit for a day or so. Try to see if it would freeze it up. I actually rocked the car back and forth with it in gear, trying to get the motor to spin. Put a braking bar on it, did all that. Couldn't do it. Didn't want to torque twist any rods or anything, so I just decided to go ahead and pull it. So anyway, my only concern now is inside the cylinder walls. You can see where it's pitted in a couple spots. It's not the cleanest. So what I think I might do is I'm going to run one of those flex hones through it and put the crosshatch back in it and see if the rings will seat better. But anyway, the way I unfroze the engine was I ended up pulling the oil pan and I loosened the connecting rod caps, and I just tapped the pistons back and forth from this side and through the bottom, and they started moving a little bit up and back and forth. Finally got it free. And then I just took a little bit of wet sandpaper and some tranny fluid and kind of just worked the cylinders a little bit and started spinning. Now it's spinning real nice and freely. So anyway, I think the bottom end's going to be fine. All the rods look good. None of the caps were blued or anything like that from heat. So anyway, I'll show you the truck here too, just so you get an idea of what's going on. Alright, there's the big empty hole. What it looks like there with the motor pulled. Alright.